This is NICU Babies Parent Support with Kathryn Whitaker, a podcast from Hand to Hold, a national nonprofit that provides free personalized support, resources, and community before, during, and after a NICU stay. My conversations here focus on education and personal stories with medical and hospital professionals, counselors, therapists, and NICU moms and dads from across the country. So whether you're preparing for a NICU stay, you're currently there, or you're months and years past your stay, you belong here. The NICU is hard. We're here to help. I'm your host, Kathryn Whitaker, the mom of 6 children, including my very own NICU baby, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have y'all back. So Hand to Hold, we're back. We are celebrating our 10th season of the NICU Babies Parent Support Podcast. 10's kind of a big deal. We're in the triple digits when it comes to number of episodes. We're also over 100,000 downloads on the podcast. So if you're new here, welcome. My name's Kathryn Whitaker. I'm so grateful that you chose to spend the very precious amount of time that you have listening to this particular season and maybe even seasons past, maybe even guests that we've had on before. But season 10 is all about what I wish I knew. How many times have you said, oh man, if only I had known that, then I would have done this. And so I have a myriad of topics that we're going to touch on and some really, really stellar guests, because this What I Wish I Knew is sort of a moment for those of us who are maybe a couple of years, a decade maybe plus outside of the NICU, some perspective that we may say, man, if I had only known this, I might have done this differently. Or if I had heard from someone that had been in my shoes, that knew what it felt like for my specific scenario, then I might have reacted differently. I might have reached out earlier. I might have been less hard on myself. I might have let go of the guilt quicker, because if only I had known. And so that's where I'm starting from this particular season. And I was really thinking of guests that have not yet been on the podcast, but I know that their stories are powerful and I know that they have great wisdom to share with you. And I thought, well, let's just do it. Let's just get them on. Let's just get them on the podcast this particular season. So I'm going to read, here's a couple of things that we're going to be talking about. Like, what do you do with all those NICU photos? How do you document photos, save photos? What are some good best practices? Medical billing. I know we've talked about it before, but we're going to dive into it a little bit deeper. Like, what do you, I can think of a lot of things I wish I knew about medical billing when we first started our NICU stay. What do I wish I'd known about child loss and grief? Grief is something I think that I have made a priority to talk about in every season that we've had, because not everybody's NICU story ends with taking a baby home. So we're going to touch on that. Raising special needs kids, advocating for your birth plan, finding the right pediatrician, twins and Down syndrome. So there's a lot there. There's a lot that we're going to dive into of what I wish I knew. And I'm really excited for what we're going to talk about, the guests that you're going to hear from. And also, I mean, it's been a beautiful, hard summer at our house. Last season ended at the very end of May, and I feel like that was a lifetime ago, because here we are at the end of August. And that was a lot of living that we did these last 3 months. Maybe some of your older children are in school. Maybe for the first time you feel like you have found your new normal. I know that was our season of finding your new normal. So I hope that you got a little bit of an exhale. This summer was a big growing up summer for our family. Our preemie is now, he's in high school. This is his second year in high school, but he's hitting puberty and all sorts of crazy things are happening at our house with a teenage boy. And I just know how it feels to want to reach out to someone that has been in your shoes, maybe just a few years ahead of you, or maybe a lot ahead of you, because you're like, you have lived through some hard stuff and I need your wisdom. So those are some things that you can expect this particular season. We're going to have 10 episodes this season of really fun, amazing guests from all over the country that have various different experiences. And I think that you're going to walk away feeling like, okay, I found a person and they feel like they see me, they feel like they know me, and I can do this next hard thing. And that's what I'm most excited about this particular season is imparting some great wisdom from some amazing guests so that you feel less alone, both in the NICU and in your life. So buckle in, click in. We're going to get started next week with our very first guest. And I can't wait for y'all to hear what they have to say and bask in the wisdom. So this is a little bit about what you're going to hear next time.
One thing I say that's always controversial and people push back on me is I am a believer of keeping all the photos on your phone. We grew up with transferring. Like our phone was a memory card and the number got high and we moved it to a computer. That's not how it is anymore. Now our phone is the library. Our phone is what we organize. Our phone is what we search. Our phone is where we use the photos. And so I want them all there. I have 30,000 photos, and then albums can be where you really curate things. So if you want to make an album for the NICU stay, you can go through that time period on your phone and you could pick 40 pictures that are like, oh, these are the best of that time. And you can make an album called NICU. You don't have to interact with it every day. But if you ever need to pull that up to help someone else who's going through it and you need to remember something, you can just search NICU now and it will take you to that album where you put them all.